up this morning, I crawled out of my bed. My back was really aching, my eyes were cherry red. It's just the morning after, I don't remember who was here. I'll eat a slice of that cold pizza and wash it down with warm beer. I got that not so fresh feeling from my head down to my toes. I think I had a good time, heaven only knows. It's just the morning after. Lord, it's funky up in here. Help me now, yeah. I'll eat a slice of cold pizza and wash it down with warm beer. Yeah, you got it now, hey.
Hey. Hey.
What's going on?
We got an intro video.
That was nice. I like that.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it a lot. I liked it a lot.
That was Cold Pizza Warm Beer by, help me out,
Was it the Sapphire Sisters?
the Sapphire Sisters. That was it. Anyway, perfect song. If anyone can help us secure the rights to that, that'd be good. Thank you. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing well. How are you? I think I got some shaky internet connection up here in the sticks, but I'm live and I'm well. How about you?
Okay, and you're back home in Auburn, right?
Yeah, so on the road, we hit last week, we were actually in Red Bluff, and then we went to Hat Creek, which had no signal at all, so I'm glad I was in Red Bluff because there would be no way. And camped for a night and then came back home to Auburn, California.
You camped?
Glamped. There was a cabin. I pretty much walked up to a little house that you open the door and it was just a room. That was it.
I see. Okay, because I know you, but I don't know you to be a camper.
No, I'm not. My back is too bad. So
I don't think you're soft. I don't think you're soft, but I think you like things. I think you like electricity too much.
I definitely did. I couldn't sleep, and I definitely did listen to an audiobook like all night. I woke up every other hour and kind of got up, and I had my phone charging the whole time.
I do that too. I'm kind of used to hearing things, like, so I'll put a podcast like in my headphone, like one ear, and fall asleep that way. It's not healthy. We're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to like decompress before you fall asleep, like no TV, no fucking screens and shit like that. You're supposed to just kind of sit there in your thoughts and like come down to a sleep, but it's just hard. It's hard for me to do that. I like stuff. I like TV. I like hearing things.
I've been the last couple of years been falling asleep to TV, and the reason why I started doing that was actually it helped me wake up in the morning if your TV was on full blast.
Yeah.
With the volume, and my alarm clock on my phone. Ever since I switched to my alarm clock on the phone, I had trouble waking up in the morning because I didn't have to wake up and walk across the room and slap the clock on the it and hit the snooze button, then go back to bed. And then 9 minutes later, you got to get up and do it again. And by the seventh time you do it, you're like, screw them up, okay? Damn it.
Absolutely. That's why they tell people they should have the alarm, or people that have trouble waking up, they should have their alarm clock on the other side of the room so that it forces them to actually stand up.
Exactly. And get moving, and then my mind gets pumping because the blood's flowing. But ever since I switched to my phone, I'm so used to hearing that thing go off, ding dong, this and that, or someone called me, I'm not going to answer that. It's just something it's just a normal noise instead of a panic. Oh my God, I gotta get up.
So you glamped for an evening, and what, you came back down after that?
Yeah, it was about a 3-hour drive. So I got to. I've been really into Audible.
What are you listening to on Audible?
Right now, I'm listening to The Gunslinger, bringing it back to the Dark Tower.
That's a callback from last week.
That's right.
We were talking about that.
It's real different than the movie, even though the movie is kind of fun.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's a big, all huge world that Stephen King made, and the audiobook's pretty fun.
Right, and Pennywise could possibly know Jack from The Shining, and all the worlds are connected, right?
Yeah, yeah. So this is kind of cool. The movie, they had like portals that jumped into different worlds, and
That's awesome.
so I think that gets into it later on in the Dark Tower series. But yeah, there's definitely callbacks and throwbacks in all the movies too, as we talked about.
So, um, when you made it back home, you know what I'm leading to, right? When you made it back
Um,
home, what happened? What happened? Because I saw on your Instagram you had an issue with your van. What
all
happened?
right, so I don't know if you have a picture because I did post it, but
I don't have a picture.
that happened like 2 hours after we did the show on
You
Friday.
what? Tell us what happened.
So, anyways, I got up to Red Bluff. I was already there, and then I went. I was visiting a family member up there, and they had a gate to their property. Normally, it's an automated gate, but it was broken, so we had to get out and open it ourselves. And my son only opened up one half. Not to blame it on him, but I tried to drive through the gate with only one half of the gate being open, and I definitely should have opened up both. So, anyways, so I drove through the gate. I hit the other gate over here, and it got pushed up against the post that I was on, and popped up out of its bracket, and came and punched my van.
Oh my god. So here we go.
So,
Who's fixing it for you here?
so that's Turtle Glass over here in Auburn, California. I was recommended them, and I called them up, and they had me right in, and I think I was only there for like 45 minutes.
I have a question. Are you a bad driver?
I don't think I'm a bad driver, but I got a bunch of dings and dents on that van that might suggest that I am. So I thought I was a pretty good driver. We talked about this in years past. I'm a defensive driver. I'm not real offensive.
That's how you should be.
That's exactly. But do I have my idiot moments? Yeah, I do. So I think here's your sign.
I've done a few idiotic things. One time I was driving my '91 Toyota Tercel, which was my first car, out of my school because I was one of those cool kids that had a car at school, except it was a '91 Toyota Tercel. Anyway, so our school was on a big hill, and I was smashing down that hill. And there was this corner. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit this corner all tight." And for some reason, I didn't think this would affect the car that much. But I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive off the curb cut. Like the wheelchair, the curb cut on the corner. Like I'm gonna hit that little curb cut and like like get some air or some. I don't know. I had like I just wanted to smash over that curb cut. I just thought it was like I thought I was indestructible. Fucking tire exploded. And so, it hit the ground. Of course, I come off the curb cut, like, yay, for 1 nanosecond. The tire hits the ground and fucking explodes. I've never changed a tire in my life, and I learned that day. And people were walking by laughing at me because they watched the whole fucking thing happen. It was pretty embarrassing. But I don't think I'm a bad driver. I just think I'm hyphy. I think I might get wild sometimes behind the wheel, and you can't stop me.
You know, I have to agree.
Yeah.
I never felt threatened in the car with you, but I mean, you can get moving a little bit. I just think the van's so big, I couldn't see how all the way back there because it was at the very back end. I popped the tire too, so it sucked. It was
Wait.
it was a four.
Oh,
It
you
was a
did?
four.
Just
Yeah, if you pull up that page, the second picture will show the actual damage in the tire.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't know you popped a tire. Oh my god.
It was luckily the tire was under warranty. It cost me $20 to get that bad boy on there, and the glass was about 380. So it was around, I think it was 380 with labor and everything. So it was close to, yeah.
380 for the glass.
So, but what I was told, which I'm not
No.
really, what I'm not really believing right now, but what I was told is the smaller the window, the more expensive it is.
That's counterintuitive.
I don't know. It seems pretty smart, because that the smaller ones are normally the ones that people like to break into to get into your car, not the big ones. Maybe it's just a smaller noise, or so those are the most replaced ones. It's the highest in demand.
That's bullshit. Are they gouging, or is it just because it's like harder to craft a smaller, maybe odd-sized window or something?
That was my first assumption,
Right.
but I don't know. I mean, if you're smart, you jack the prices up on it.
Yeah, that's true. It's called gouging, and it's not fucking fair, Joe.
Bastards.
Yeah. Did you get gouged?
I probably did.
Do you think you could have found a better deal on a window on Facebook Marketplace?
You know what? I'd probably find an 8-string guitar or a 6-string bass quicker than I'd find that glass.
How's that 8-string guitar working out for you?
I never bought it, but in the same fashion, I woke up this morning and I got a little notification, bass in my area, and I found this Ibanez 6-string bass for $250.
Wait, so how do you get you get notifications about if someone's like selling a bass in your area? From what, Craigslist or Facebook
No, from,
Marketplace?
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace.
Really? I like that.
Yeah, so it's all just people in my area, Sacramento, Auburn, Lincoln, just different things in my area. So this one's up in Yuba City, which would be like a 20-minute drive.
So what did you see?
So it was like it was a 6-string, and I was like, I'm not a fan of that low B string. So normally what I've done, which I'd consider doing if I have it, I would put even higher string on the high end. So take that B string off and then move all the strings up to the left, and start with the E, and then just find like a custom whatever string would be next. If I had like a 12-string, not a 12-string bass, but maybe like a 7-string bass. Which
do you know of anybody that does that? Because that's a good idea.
Maybe not that high, but I mean,
Right.
I've seen, like, what is it? That Gene Bodwin guy that he got famous. I don't know if he got famous from it, but years ago when YouTube,
don't tell me his name's Gene if his name's Jean.
it's probably Jean. I'm sorry.
You're talking to a guy named Jean. You know that, right? and you done called the guy Gene.
I thought your name was JP.
It's Jean.
It's not.
Et Jean
not Gene.
Poncelet en français.
Normally I put the I normally put the little French accent in there, like Jean.
Oh, people do that all the time to me. Like, I have old friends that I haven't seen them in years, and they'll come up to me and still be like, Jean Poncelet! And I'm like,
Right?
I go, hello, Jean-Michel. That's my dad. My voice is basically my dad's voice, just with an American accent. I just inherited the exact tone that he has. Every single message he's ever left on my answering machine, it starts off the exact same way. It goes, hello, Jean-Michel, he's dead. That's it. and then you'll say his business. It's never too interesting, but hello, Jean-Michel, he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah, he used to scream my name. I used to, when he'd take me shopping, to the grocery store, I'd go to the magazines. I don't know. I thought that's what every kid did back in the day. I'd go right to the magazine section, just look at magazines. And he was done. He had checked out and bought all his stuff already. And maybe this is just normal in French culture, but he's paid for his stuff, and now he's by the front door of the grocery store. We're talking like fucking Safeway. And he's yelling, Jean-Michel! Jean-Michel! Who fucking does that? Come find me! Come find me! Don't scream into the whole store. That's insane. Can you imagine if your dad did that to you, or your mom, or how embarrassing that is?
Well, cultures are different, and maybe
Yes, exactly. This ain't France, Dad. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, I wonder what his parents did to him.
Probably the exact same thing, and there's no shame over there. They're like, he probably came skipping over and said, "Yes, Papa."
Imagine you just have like a ton of people leaving. It's just a group of people, and like little kids looking. Nope, that's not mine.
How did I get on this rant about my dad in the first place?
Because I called you I called somebody else by the wrong name.
That's right. You called poor Jean. Watch, his name is Gene, and I'm just being an asshole.
No,
But
it's
I know,
John though.
yeah, Jean Baudin or Bodine or something. But he's amazing. He got popular from that clip of him playing Super Mario Brothers on bass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's still a famous clip. It's got like billions of views.
Yeah, I mean it's really impressive. He's actually from Petaluma,
Right.
which is Bay Area, and when I was living in Benicia, had to have been like 7 or 8 years ago. But Benicia on our main street would hire musicians and put them on every other block. And one day I was driving down, I was leaving Char's Hot Dogs, and I see an 8-string bass, and this guy just sitting there just playing along, and I knew exactly who it was.
You recognize the bass, not the person, probably, right?
Exactly. Oh, very much so. But I knew it was Gene or Jean.
Was it the bass from the video, the Super Mario video?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
Just because, but I think he does have a couple.
Uh-huh.
But like, I mean,
he's still around. Like, I saw a video of him like playing at Nam like a year ago or a couple years. Is it Nam or Nam? Anyway, he was there playing a couple years ago. I think he was demoing some like delay pedal or something like that. But he's still skilled, man.
On Bandcamp, I actually just got a message that, I mean, I'm sure he blasted it out to everybody else for, when Bandcamp gives out, doesn't keep any profits. So I actually got an email from, I got an email from him, and I was like, oh, dude. You probably sent this to everybody. Darn it.
Yeah.
But he seems still to be active and really messing with effects. That's kind of without him in mind, I kind of was thinking about that. I got some pedals and I had some other pedals in mind that I was thinking about picking up, and just for atmosphere and different things.
Well, you could probably do a lot with a 6-string bass and some atmospheric tones and with the delay pedal, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. On the delay, and I'm really into the Dan Electro or Dan. What is it? Dan Electro? I think it's somebody else, but it's called the Mel 9, and you're able to make it sound like an orchestra or an old. It's like a tape delay pedal, and it has all these different effects on there, and you can get these really epic tones on your guitar or your bass.
Ooh, interesting. I'll plug that. Yeah.
So you get that, and you get a looper, and then you just jam over it and make some epic jams.
I like that you didn't want to use the low string on the bass, because whenever I hear a 5-string bass, it makes me cringe so hard. Like on paper, a 5-string bass with that extra low string should be fucking awesome, right? Like in your head, like why wouldn't that be awesome? But then when you hear it, it sounds like cheesy. There's something really cheesy about that low. I don't know what it is. It sounds like, I think it got overused by like smooth jazz bass players, and it gives you that elevator music kind of like vibe. I don't know, but it should be awesome. You want to go hella deep, right?
I was thinking that more of like mid to late 90s new metal, and then my bass tone ever since when I really got into playing bass and really started playing with other musicians. We talked about my tone before. I really found out that I don't want that low end bass frequency because all the guitar players are, and you got a drummer hitting a pedal, 2 pedals that puts out the bass frequency anyways.
And you're real twangy. So, you got a twangy bass tone. It just wouldn't match up with those low strings.
Exactly. So I've actually always tried to stay off of the E string anyways. I always try to play octaves or anywhere else and try to play in the higher register.
Well, what do we got here? We have a call. We have a caller on the line.
A gentleman caller?
It's not a gentleman, actually. Let's see here.
Hi.
It's Coach Lore.
It's a chick.
What's up, Coach?
It's a chick, guys.
It's a chick on the show. How are you guys?
Good. How you doing, Coach Lore?
I figure I'd pop in. I'd been wanting to pop in for a while, so I figured today was a great day to pop in.
Yeah, Joe makes a good point. You are the first female on the show.
I tend to be the first female in a lot of things.
Really?
I mean, I hope.
like what else? What are you talking about? Well, what kind of stuff are we talking about? I mean,
It's Twitch.
Coach Lore is the host of a podcast. It's like a bi-weekly podcast called The Wellness of Madness. It's got a new episode out, just came out a couple days ago. And why don't you tell us about your new episode? It's about cannabis, right?
Yeah, it is about cannabis. It's about the endocannabinoid system and cannabis. So I'm really excited. Thank you for the plug-in. I'm someone that has a couple of things diagnosed. I have Tourette syndrome and borderline personality disorder, as well as general anxiety. And am I missing something? I'm missing something. Oh, general PPD and Tourette's. Yeah, I think mainly.
Generally goofy.
Of course, an obsessive compulsive disorder. So I didn't smoke weed when I was younger at all. You know, I didn't have any interest in it. I didn't like it or anything. And it wasn't until I was an adult, I was actually 24 when I started smoking. And I just saw so many benefits, immediate benefits from it. And then, of course, you'll see in the episode, I went to edibles and now CBD. But I wanted to know more. So I got into the science of it. And that's what the episode's about.
What else do you talk about on your podcast?
I talk
general
about
wellness and stuff.
Yes, I talk about wellness, but the reason I call it the wellness of madness is just putting a spin on it. I think that there's a lot of diagnosis out there, whether it's disorders or, mental problems. And sometimes, I don't know, I was sick of people being like, oh, you poor thing, like I wanted to show that it's like a superhero, man. Like there's a romance to madness. There's a wellness to madness. And you can really use your disorder or any problem to actually, for positive.
Yeah.
And that's what
it's a superpower. I like that.
Superpower.
I dig it.
I have a question for Joe. Joe, I've known you and I have both been bad back type people for as long as we've known each other. I remember the first time I played a show with you, you were walking around with a cane, and I just had a bad back from skating. But have you ever tried CBD? Is CBD part of your life? Has anyone tried to give you any? Has it helped you in any way?
Actually, I do try CBD. I take a morning pill that has caffeine in it. That's just CBD, and then I use an icy hot for my back and my legs as well. But I don't know. I think it helps take the edge off. I haven't seen right now, just because I'm new to it. I haven't seen real big effects, but it's definitely stopped me from having to take like a medication like aspirin. Because
that's the goal, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wake up and I'm real stiff, so I normally take it with vitamins and my morning coffee. Once I get stretched up and moving around, because in the mornings are honestly really rough for me. My body's locked up. I slept the wrong way, especially if I actually get some good sleep. I actually been off work this whole past week. And the majority of the time was sitting on the couch, switching sides because my sciatic nerve is just, it's definitely not fun.
I know.
And, man, I need that cane to get up off the couch. I need to be able to elevate my self up to a certain length, and then I could use my legs, but when your back's out, it feels like I can't even use my core, I can't even lay down in my bed, because I can't sit up unless I had, the little ski triangle that'll lift you up, or I need a boat to take me out, So sometimes it's a pain in the butt, but yeah, it definitely takes the edge off, and then you're not taking and constantly putting aspirin in, or just different things in your body. I've enjoyed it.
If there are any CBD companies watching, I know there are. You've got your work cut out for you here with Big Joe. He's a big fella. He's 6'4". Joe, what are you, 6'?
6'6".
6'6". So he's a big guy. He requires a big dosage rather. If there's any CBD companies out there, this is the guy you want to try your shit out on. Okay, he's a big guy. You'll know if it works on this guy. So sponsor us, please. Coach Laura, you've got a partnership with a CBD company, right?
I do. I and have a partnership with MedTerra CBD, and it actually came at a perfect time because I was in a lot of pain a couple weeks ago. I have a really bad tick on my neck, which is creating a really severe strain on my trap. So I couldn't even hold my phone. And they contacted me, and I was really, really stoked about them because it wasn't like, hey, buy our product. They were like, hey, we're going to send you some free stuff, you know, and let us know if you like it. And they did. They sent me hundreds worth of CBD, and immediately it was effective. And in the past, I had tried CBD, but maybe it was my fault. I wasn't taking it regularly. But this time I was taking it 3 times a day. And within 3 or 4 days, I could see an immediate difference in pain management and also inflammation. So I was super stoked, so much so that I bought more. So MedTerra
Imagine, imagine how much they would have sent you if you had a big lush beard like Big Joe,
I know.
right?
Oh man, we gotta plug him in. But with that, Big Joe, I was gonna say, and I know it's tough. I know it's really tough to because we need caffeine and we need those things to kind of get us up. The only thing that sucks is that caffeine is so inflammatory that if our sciatic nerve is already inflamed, when we put caffeine into it, it just makes the inflammation worse. So of course that's tough. But what I tell clients is if you can even, little bit by little bit, maybe out of 7 days that you drink caffeine, if one of those days you change to black tea, and then we start going down, down, down until we maybe reach no caffeine, or maybe just, caffeine 3 times a week or so. But it really does make a difference.
I will definitely keep that in mind because I drink a ton of caffeine in all forms.
You
shapes, and
do.
sizes.
I remember
I still do.
we would spend long nights at the studio just jamming and stuff. Like, oh, let's go down to the store, and you'd get the biggest possible coffee and cream and sugar, and you say never.
Well, he's a big boy.
Yeah. No cream, no sugar, never.
And I love caffeine. I absolutely love coffee. And not caffeine itself, but I love coffee, and I used to drink a ton of it.
Yeah,
but
it's not the caffeine, it's the fucking coffee. It tastes so damn good.
It's so delicious.
And don't tell me decaf. I don't want a decaf.
And there's a lot of benefits to caffeine. Don't get me wrong. Caffeine can be good for you in a lot of ways. Unfortunately, if you're like us, where we either have a disorder or we have a lot of pain and inflammation, alcohol and caffeine is just kind of the worst things we can consume. So you're halfway there.
That's right. Well, ever since I had cut the booze out of my daily consumption, I've definitely noticed a big difference in my pain. I'd say it's been I'm coming up on 2 years of non-drinking.
Wow!
Congratulations, huge.
Yeah, thank you. That is huge because
huge.
Man,
I remember you.
I was having a lot of fun. I think
I remember you.
I was told I was having a lot of fun.
I don't remember.
But last year definitely was one of my best years, even though I'm sitting here in pain right now. Last year and the year before was definitely one of the best couple years of pain management, and just not even by doing any upkeep. I didn't do anything different other than cutting out the booze.
Think about all the weight that it puts on you, all that liquid, all that. So you're carrying around all that extra weight and stuff like that on top of the poison. The fact that it's poison, you eliminate all that stuff, you're automatically lighter and you automatically have less poison.
No, exactly. And, the body's working the way that it should. Maybe I'm not falling asleep in weird, awkward places to where I could wake up being extra stiff because I slept on my sciatic nerve and didn't feel it when I fell asleep.
What's the weirdest place you've woken up? Where is the weirdest place at where you've woken up?
To be honest, I never really had too many issues of falling. I mean, I was always able to get to where I needed to go. I don't think I can really think. There was one time. It was towards the end. Luckily I was walking home from the bar and I missed my last ride, and I called a friend and I fell asleep outside by the Nations in Benicia on a little bench right out front, and then and I was there, which is right next to the police station, and luckily I had made a phone call to a friend who stopped picking up my phone calls. And for some reason, he decided to answer this 3:30 a.m. call from Big Joe. And he came and picked me up and got me home. I don't even think I ever thanked him for it. Just I woke up and he's just like, he's honking at me like, get in. All right.
You're thanking him now.
I am. Hopefully he's watching, and, he was the guy that always came through for me. So maybe we'll have him on the show and we could talk about the many times he's had to pick me up.
Absolutely.
What about you, JP? Have you ever woken up in a very strange place?
No, I've never woken up in a strange place. I haven't. I don't have any weird stories like that, but I've definitely woken up and have had to have been told all the things that happened in the previous night. It's not fun. My mom one time, I it's a long story, but I just came home from an A's game, just blacked out, drunk, and I walked through my living room where my mom and my stepdad were just watching TV because it was only like 9, and I'm blacked out, drunk, and they're watching TV, and I just walked by like hello, and I walked to my room, and they looked at each other like something's wrong with him. And yeah, so my mom, I puked all over my carpet. My mom gave me carpet cleaner to clean it up because she was furious at me. I tried to drink the carpet cleaner. She slapped it out of my hand. Said, "That's carpet cleaner." It's like the one thing I remember from that night is my mom going, "Ah, it's carpet cleaner." And then I think they had me shower. I'm not sure, but then I woke up the next morning like, oh, I'm home. How did I get home? Oh, well, that's cool. Wait. And then just the little memories come back, and I'm like, oh, the little memory. Oh, I'm in fucking so much trouble. I'm in so much trouble. And you know how my mom punished me? This is gold. She was like, this is a hangover punishment. She made me chop wood. She made me go to the side of the house and chop wood. She's like, there's a bunch of wood back there and chop that shit. I was like, oh. It was like the last thing you'd want to do when hungover. But yeah, no, it was my bed, but it's one of those. I mean, we've all had blackout. Not all of us, but a lot of us have blackout stories. I just like that one because apparently my mom was like, "What did you drink?" And I told her because this was at an A's game. She said, "What did you drink?" And I told her all I drank was hot dogs. Because at the A's games on Wednesdays, there were dollar dogs because it was Dollar Wednesdays back in the early 2000s. You could get into an A's game for $1. $1. And then hot dogs are $1. Fucking crazy. So I think I just had hot dogs on the mind. I was like, all I drank was hot dogs.
Weren't the beers $1 as well?
They were, but they stopped that pretty quick. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they put a stop to that right quick.
Yeah. Holy shit.
But the beers were $1 too. Yeah. But I had snuck in a bottle of Kessler. Not proud of that. But yeah, that's me. Laura, you're too sweet to have woken up in a weird place after being.
I've never been blacked out in my life. Luckily, I've never drinking to a point of. I was too scared. I was always trying to take care of people that I was with. I was like, man, I didn't want to get butt fucked in some place. So I tried hard not to be. But yeah, no. Fortunately, no.
We definitely, yeah.
Butt fuck.
We're all worried about that. Some of us are at more risk of it than others, but
no,
trust me, it's in the back of all of our.
Yeah, especially
brains.
As a girl, I'm 4'11". You know what I mean? Like. It would have been just a stupid mistake to put myself in that situation.
Are you saying you're easily butt fuckable?
Very, very, very easily. Pick upable and butt fuckable. So that's really scary. So no, but yeah, I haven't even gotten drunk to a point of like, I've never vomited or anything, but
oh wow,
that's good. But I did actually wake up in a very weird place. I was with one of my friend Chivis, and we were doing a mission out in a little town, and we fell asleep in a tent and woke up in no tent covered with bugs. So I guess it's not that bad, but the tent flew away because it was really windy, and we were knocked out because of so much work we did. We were asleep. And it's not like a tent, like a nice tent.
I was gonna say, it sounds like your tent was a blanket. It was twigs at the end of some sticks. Yeah,
that's exactly what it was. And there was no tent, and we were covered in bugs. That was
so you were getting bug fucked.
We were getting bug fucked, indeed.
That's good, right? The bug fuck line. That was good.
That was good.
All right. Well, Coach Lore, what else you got going on? You got the Warrior Room. I know you do the Warrior Room. Tell us about the Warrior Room.
Yeah, the Warrior Room is a really special place, actually.
Yeah, I also work for the Warrior Room. Full disclosure, but please go on, Coach Lore.
He's our ops manager.
Also, full disclosure, the woman speaking right now is my fiance. Full disclosure. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Shit, why'd you tell him?
Really?
Yeah. Now it's a conflict of interest. Yeah. You know, I don't think you should plug the Warrior Room. As a matter of fact, we're just gonna have to say goodbye, Coach Lore.
No, fuck it, man.
No, please continue. What's up with the Warrior Room? It's you really got this thing going, because when we got laid off from our job at the gym, you went right into action and started the Warrior Room. And tell us about the Warrior Room.
So yeah, as you said, due to all this COVID situation, we got laid off on April 1st, and it was two other coaches, JP and myself. So I was like, well, fuck that. First of all, we got to get something going for us, and we also all our clients that we love, you know. So we just adapted and we turned it virtually. So we offer virtual sessions, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, one-on-ones, as well as group sessions for everybody, beginners, advanced, intermediate. Doesn't matter if you've never worked out in your life. We have modifications for everything. And what's cool is that via Zoom, we can also see your posture and everything else. So we make sure that you're doing it all right. We've got 3 phenomenal coaches, and we're really stoked about it because I didn't want to make anything that was so cliche, you know, like gyms and all these places are like, yeah, we're like fit fam and it's like, we wanted to hate those words. We wanted to make a real like community, you know what I mean? It's not about being swole and gains and shit, you know. It's about coming together and supporting each other, not only in fitness but mentally, emotionally. If anyone needs each other, we're there. I'm a behavior change specialist too, so whether it's through working out or if any behavior problems, like we just wanted to make a really cool community, and a lot of our clients followed us, and now we have new clients too. So if you are looking to start a regimen of fitness, or you just want to continue on, check us out, the Warrior Room. And yeah, we all are certified coaches, and we're just really stoked to have a community and help people out, man. It's not about judging people. It's not about seeing how high you can jump or how fast you can run. It's about coming together and helping each other out as a community, even virtually. And as you can see, all our sessions are only $10 for group sessions, $15 for one-on-ones. And we have, for nurses and any people that work in the health industry, we have free Thursdays and Friday sessions, and hopefully we'll have something out for teachers soon too.
Look at that. That's nice. That's nice. So you're doing something good. Doing something good for the people.
Trying.
Well, we appreciate it. Now I have a job thanks to you.
Oh.
So, yeah, you really made it happen. Joe, when was the last time you did a virtual workout?
You know, I would actually have to say never. But you know what's so great about the Warrior Room is, you know, it's priced appropriately. Not appropriately, but it's not like a $60. You know, I mean, I've seen you guys post different things on the Warrior Room, and you guys are professionals and you're doing the real deal, and it's priced so for anybody to do it. So, you know, if I wanted to jump on there and maybe just for a couple of times, you know, I could afford that, you know. And sometimes even looking through, and you're looking through different things like, nope, too much. Oh, here's a $10 or $15 session. No, that's definitely a joke. Or, you know, not only that, I mean, you see all these different things like they can't correct you. That's one of the hardest things for me is I don't like doing things online or watching a video or doing Taebo because Billy Blanks ain't going to tell me that I'm doing it right or wrong. You know, I mean,
That's true. That's true.
You know, which I did.
Billy Blanks is just going to tell you what you want to hear. Okay.
Exactly. And he tells me that I'm a sexy guy every time. And I believed him. I believed him.
I have a question, if I may ask, because I am curious about this. So, like Big Joe, you know, you haven't done a session. What is something that may be stopping you from being like, man, I should just try it? Like, is there anything that is stopping you from doing it? Because that's what I want to get to. I want to be able to make sure everyone feels welcome and that we can help them out. You know.
You know, honestly, right now for me, just due to relocating and still not fully being unpacked. I don't have the space to do that.
True.
So I would have to go out and get more. Sometimes, you know, startup, you know, you got to spend money to get in shape. No, but you know, like I need a mat, you know, and all that fun stuff. And but it's definitely something I've considered for myself and for my kids. You know, my youngest kid, he's a big boy like me, and my oldest kid, he's a big, tall, lanky stick.
Chance is a beanpole, man. I
so
saw him
tall.
last week on the show. I couldn't believe how skinny the man is.
I know. No, he's ridiculous. And he is somebody definitely, too, for being that tall and lanky, you know, that's going to cause back problems, you know, posture problems and all that fun stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I know when I was a young man, I didn't stand up straight. And it took me, I think, up until my mid-20s until I really tried to correct that, you know, and it's something I even have to remember to do now just with my back is just trying to stand up straight because when I'm hurting, I look like when my back is messed up, I look like I'm skiing downhill, you know, and just walking around like that, which is it's kind of fun if I pretend that I am, but
you know,
it
I
does feel
think
good to stretch out like that.
I think we might have a new segment for the show or a new something for the show. We're going to check back weekly progress with. We'll send you we'll have the Warrior Room send you a promo code. And you can get in there free of charge.
Yes.
And then maybe we can check your progress every once in a while. Here,
Yeah.
right here on the morning after with JP and Big Joe, we'll hold you accountable.
Yes.
You
And
know,
also, Big
sometimes
Joe,
that's all it takes.
Yeah.
I must mention that, for instance, if I were to work with someone like you right off the bat, I would probably start you off on a chair. And that's just because of your back. And we would start doing exercises on a chair first before we even got into exercises on your feet. And
So
that's
you really
what's
mean
cool.
it when you say that this is for people of all levels.
Everybody. Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
the thing about gyms. Like, you come into a gym, we all come into a boot camp, you know, and it's crazy to think that everyone can do the same thing, you know? So you got to
Yeah.
protect the knees, you got to protect sciatic nerves, you got to protect their back. So that's what's cool that we can do it online. If you've got a chair, you're ready to go. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
You don't
Yeah.
need much. So yeah, we should do that soon for Big Joe.
Awesome. Well,
No, and again, that's what I was talking about too. Is the instant like, oh, I don't have the space. Oh wait, but I do have a chair, and I don't have a yoga pad. But yeah, let's So
You
if
don't
it's
There we
if
go.
it's that easy,
all right.
it's that easy.
Let's hook Joe up with a pad, people.
We
Whoever's
will.
listening, let's get a yoga mat over at Joe's place.
Made by CBD.
We'll get that hooked up. Hey, Coach Lore,
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much for joining us today.
Yay.
You got anything else going on you want to talk about?
No, man, just check out the Wellness of Madness podcast. And if it's cool, if it works for you guys, share it. Check out the Warrior Room as well. And I'll be hopefully having a YouTube channel all in Spanish for my Spanish speakers up really soon too. So yeah. So thank you guys. Check out Stray Rebel Bullet. Check out Violation Wound. Check out this show. These two guys are some of the best guys I've ever met. They're sweet. They're awesome. And they're great musicians. Thank you guys for having me on. And have a great day.
Stop. All right.
Guys.
You got a little.
I'm banging one of them, but I mean, both of you guys.
Woo!
Did she just call me fat?
All right, Coach Lore. Have a good one. Thanks for joining the show.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
God, I thought she'd never leave.
yeah, my gosh.
Trying to get me in shape and
She just
tell me
I
to
know,
stop
it's just-
drinking coffee.
God, I know. Imagine living with her. God, I have to sneak my coffee around. I have to be like, oh, I'm driving to the laundromat. We have a washing machine. I don't know why she believes me. We have a washing machine, and I'll drive over there and get a coffee and just slam it in the car, and then come back to the house and be like, what's up? How's it going? Everything's good. No, it was just a laundromat.
That's all.
No. Yeah, no. Thank you, Coach Lore, for being on the show. Yeah, it's nice to have people call in. She was our only call-in today, sadly. You know,
But it's quality, not quantity.
quality, not quantity. Yeah, we didn't have 100 jamokes up in here. We didn't have 100 no names. You know, we got a big one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That was
that's
our best guess yet.
fun. And God, basses with 5 strings. Oh God, can we go back to that? They just sound so bad. No, I'm kidding. So hey,
Honestly, every 5 string that I've ever had, I've always ended up moving the strings up and putting the 6th string, so the high C, I'll remove the B string and then put the high C on there.
right.
So,
But like I said, that
just so I have
totally
the high
fits
range.
your style because you're up there like blah, 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 you do like bass solos, and it would really benefit you to have that higher string because you're not gonna do a bass solo with them low ass. Nah.
It's too fast. I mean, fast, low. It's gonna sound like a rice rocket driving by, and like it sounds good maybe to a couple people, but on the outside, all you hear
Right.
is rattling like plastic. You know, that's about to fall on the street.
Man, Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that smooth jazz sound? That's really cheesy. Well,
I don't know.
you know, the music is fine, but when the bass player drops to that really low tone, it just it's gross. It's the weirdest noise, and like I said earlier, on paper, I should like it. But anyway, enough about basses with 5 strings or 6 strings,
Right?
and guitars with 8 strings. I'd like an
man.
acoustic guitar with 8 strings. That would be sick.
That'd be a lot of fun because there's a lot that you could do with it. What I like about acoustic guitars is you're able to get percussive with them, and so you got your high end, you got your low end, and then you be percussive on it, and then you got your whole band just with one instrument. You know,
you're like all the you're like a one-man tag team. You're like Shawn Michaels without Marty.
Without Marty. Well, Shawn did go off and not kill anybody.
Yeah. Well, we think, we don't know if Marty killed anybody. He did apparently make someone disappear.
Maybe he's a magician.
My brother Gino, he would have killed him. I didn't tell Gino. My brother Gino would have killed him, but nah, you know what that guy was going to do to me back there, man? I had to make him disappear, man. Here, you be Sean. You be Sean, I'll be Marty. Hey, Sean. Hey, you ready for our match tonight?
Some sweet chin music.
Yeah, I got something to admit, man.
What's that?
Something's been on my chest for the last 15 years. I don't know if it's illegal or not. I don't know if I did something wrong. But back when I was 13, it was the first time I made a man disappear.
I think you're good.
Do you even know what I'm talking about?
I mean, you've told me this before when you're hammered, but I'm hearing about it.
Because I didn't say I killed him, okay? I just said I made him disappear. Okay, I want to make that clear to you. I'm not saying anything about murder. I made someone disappear. That's all. My brother Gino would have killed him. Sean, you're not going to tell anybody, are you?
No, I'm going to keep this to myself.
You're not going to tell Vince?
I don't think Vince or anybody needs to know.
Okay, because I think secretly between you and me, I think Vince has been trying to break us up as a tag team, and I'm not having it, man.
Damn it, Vince. Sorry, right, I can't do Shawn Michaels, I mean, that's...
I can trust you, though, right?
You definitely can trust me.
Thank you, Sean. Let's go have a good match out there. My career's dependent on it, man. Let's have a good match out there. I got a whole fanny pack full of pills if you want some, too. Rainbow assortment.
I just took my shot in the butt. I'm good.
Okay, good. But afterwards, it's going to feel good. Jose? Which Jose?
Jose Canseco.
Jose Canseco. Okay, I thought you meant Jose from the Puerto Rican circuit. He gets me all my rainbow pills. But Canseco, Bash brother. All right, enough, Marty. Yeah, so don't go killing anyone. Got anything else, Joe? What's going on today, brother?
Other than I got some new toys in that I've been kind of really playing with. Back to Gear Talk and all that fun stuff.
Love it.
I just got a pedal from Dark Glass. You ever hear about Dark Glass?
No. So what kind of pedal is it?
Oh, it's a distortion pedal. But
okay.
What's really cool about this, they have all different types of preamps and tube pedals, and they actually have amps too. But the cool thing about this is the pedal has 2 different distinct distortions, and you blend between the 2, and you almost hear the 2 distortions going on in the same time. And what's really cool is I'm real particular about my bass tone.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to ask. This is for your bass, because you've been playing a lot of guitar recently as well.
I have, actually, yeah. But I still kind of play it with the bass. I'll still use my fingers.
I see.
I try not to play with the pick, actually.
Yeah, that's tight.
It is limiting on different points, so I've been working on my skills.
But it's probably very liberating on other points.
I think it's fun, I mean, all my fingers are picks, So I've been looking into a lot of, Spanish style guitar and really I just got big, long sausage fingers, I mean, the bass has always been the best option for me because it's a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
I would say dumbed down, but you know, I mean, there's
No.
give me the big
No.
one with 4 strings on it.
I just look at you like an old person that needs a big phone with big numbers on it. You know, have you been to an old person's house where all the numbers on their phone are gigantic?
That reminds me of the Simpsons episode. Who was it that was really? It was Homer, and he had the stick, and he kept trying to call. I think he was wearing the moo. He's like, Darwin's like, your fingers are too fat.
Oh, it's when he tried to get on disability, right? He tried to gain so much weight so he could go on disability and not work, right?
Yeah,
and he had the little
like,
pecking. Yeah, exactly. The little thing hitting the key on the keyboard. Oh my God, I need to watch The Simpsons. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to.
Hulu, not Hulu, but Disney Plus has them all.
I don't have Disney Plus.
Why not?
We had it for a minute, and then we just realized that we're not watching anything on Disney Plus. We didn't even finish. We didn't even finish it. We watched like 2 episodes, and it was good, but we just never finished it. And then it was honestly the thing I was watching the most was Jeff Goldblum's National Geographic show. It's really good.
I couldn't get past the first episode. I think it was the one with the shoes.
Oh, okay. Well, you tried it and you weren't feeling it.
No, but also the Mandalorian. I was super pumped on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got through about 4 episodes and I dropped it. And I think about 6 months later, I finally came back to it and finished the season. And I thought it got really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think just sometimes you got to get to know the characters. And, once you kind of get to know the characters a little bit more, you fall in love with them. And you want to see what they're going to do next.
Yeah, like I was going to say, like I have 0 problems with The Mandalorian too. Like I liked every second that I saw of it, but I just never went back to it. I don't know why.
I don't know. There was only one thing I didn't like out of it.
You weren't in it? You should have been in it.
I should have been the Mandalorian.
Yeah. You see Brian Posehn was in it? You know, the comedian, the big metalhead comedian guy with glasses? He was in it.
So was Bill Burr, wasn't he?
Isn't that crazy?
So I think that's kind of cool, everybody that gets into the Star Wars universe,
Totally, because they're
thing,
Yeah, because they're probably fans, you know what I mean? And they're just comedians, so they probably think there's no way I'm ever going to be in a Star Wars movie, and then boom, look at that.
You get to be in the TV show instead, bitch.
Oh, that's right. It's not really a movie. It's a TV show. But it's movie quality, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Looks great.
So, no, but it was good, but they showed the face of the Mandalorian, and that ruined it for me.
They did.
They did.
Spoilers.
And I figured that's not too much. It kind of is.
It's Luke, isn't it? It's Luke.
It was Brian. You're like, oh, hey, guys.
Everyone was like, what a weird reveal. Like, it could have been anybody.
So I just didn't like when they did that. It kind of took
I can
away.
see that.
It took away the mystery of.
It was like when they took Kane's mask off. You can't take Kane's mask off and show us that his face isn't burnt. Fuck you.
Right? Well, and now that's why he's a politician now, or he's a governor, isn't he? Did he ever win that?
His official title, he is the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. Not Knoxville, Knox County, Tennessee.
What a guy. I mean, good for him.
Yeah, he did it.
Started at the bottom, now he's here.
If starting at the bottom is working for a multi-billion-dollar, being a star of a multi-billion-dollar entertainment company, then yeah, he started from the bottom. But he did have to work his way to that spot. Everybody in wrestling got to pay their dues, so he did.
Exactly. I wasn't too impressed when they started bringing him around because they did a lot with The Undertaker and changed a lot. The Undertaker fought himself. The Undertaker,
at SummerSlam '94, I think that was incredible. Yeah. And then you see him face to face, and the fake Undertaker's like 2 inches shorter than the real Undertaker.
But what really is a memorable moment for me and the Undertaker is when what was that? That other giant dude. He came out in a big old like animal, like Bigfoot skin. That really tall, skinny guy.
Oh, Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was Royal Rumble.
And he had the bodysuit, right, with a hairy bodysuit. Yeah, Giant Gonzalez. He was legitimately scary.
He was, and he came out and just messed them up. And I think that they did something. And I remember during the pay-per-view that it cut out, like the cameras cut out for a minute because I think they hit a line or something, and then
Or they
And you're
pretended
like, what
to.
happened? Like, dude, did they kill him? You know, like. But that was before I started getting out of wrestling. As I got a little bit older.
Was there a moment that you watched? Did you watch a moment in wrestling where you completely thought it was 100% real and you were concerned?
Not concerned. I mean, that brings up two things. One, that definitely brings up Owen Hart, because I know like a lot of people, saw that and they didn't
I
know.
did. I did.
I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's heartbreaking because that's someone I grew up watching. And Bret the Hitman Hart, was such a cool dude, and
Yeah.
always seeing Owen kind of come up as second best. But
Dude, I was a fan of Owen. He was so funny. He was so funny, man. He was just so funny on the mic. I loved him as just a complainy heel. He was so good at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but on the not less morbid side, what I thought was real and was really cool, which actually I fell out of liking wrestling because they made a big deal about it. What in the mid '90s that it was fake,
Mhm.
and they made a big deal about it. And but it was the NWO Wolfpack part of WCW.
Yeah.
When
The Red.
Kevin Nash and Scott Hall came in, and they made it seem like they were buying tickets to the events, and they were just going in there going like, dude, you can't fuck with us. Like, we're
That's
here to
right. I remember that.
Like they were,
Mhm.
yeah, they were making it seem like they were still working and representing WWF.
And
And
so much so, do you remember Eric Bischoff had to be like, they did an interview live on Nitro with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and he had to be like, for legal reasons, live on TV. He was like, do you work for WWF? And they both said no. Like, they had to do that, like, because they were riding the line too close. Like, just like you said, they were making themselves out to be WWF employees.
yeah, well, and then I watched a documentary on it, which was really interesting. But they were saying like half the wrestlers in the back like didn't know if it was real too. They actually thought it was real.
That's hilarious,
And
man.
there was something actually so real about it, and man, they came out and jumped everybody, and then it ran it into the ground, and then WWF bought WCW and even tried to bring them back.
Sucked.
And he tried to do the same thing. It did. They
It
tried to do the same
sucked.
thing with Triple H, and I think even Bret Hart. They did the Degeneration X, and they tried to
Sucked.
make it seem like they were going over to WCW and fucking.
Oh,
with them,
that.
but
Oh yeah,
They
they say they drove a tank over
Yeah.
there, but if you look at it, it's just like a Jeep. It's just a Jeep.
well,
Calling
they're
it a
probably
tank.
outside of like a building that Ted Turner owned. Like they weren't even near wrestlers or anybody that had anything to do with
No,
wrestling.
they were.
That was
They
all-
were. No, they were at WCW Nitro. They were actually
they?
there. Yeah, because I guess WWF was like in town or something like that, but they were literally there. And like I guess Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were like working for WCW, and they hear from inside like, "What? Triple H is out there? What?" And they're like, "Yeah." They're like out here fucking around, and Kevin Nash was like, "Let him in. Like I want to say hi," like because they're friends, It's so
yeah,
funny.
like they're not really bad guys trying to mess with stuff. Yeah,
No.
they're nice people. Talking about fitness and too in wrestling, to get past and further beyond our original point. But Scott Hall was somebody who was in bad shape, and through fitness and health and dieting, he turned his shit around.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, he was in real bad health.
To another wrestler. Yeah, no, he was real bad. I watched a video of him doing like an underground circuit wrestling thing, and he was just so drunk.
I know exactly.
Who knows what else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it
bad.
was sad. That's when I stopped really like looking into it because I was just bummed out. Like,
Yeah.
man, the bad guy,
Yeah.
Razor Ramon, toothpick to the face. God damn, that was so cool.
Yeah, Diamond Dallas Page helped him.
Yeah, him and Jake the Snake.
Yeah, so Jake the Snake Roberts at the time was living at Diamond Dallas Page's house going through the same rehabilitation because Dallas Page was like, "Damn, dude, like I can't see you like this, Jake." So he's like, "Come to my house, stay here, and we'll get you sober, And they did that for him. And while that was happening, the same shit happened with Scott Hall, And DDP was like, "Hey, come and stay at my place, man." And they did, and they got sober. I think Scott's had a few relapses here and there, but for the most part, he's like on the right track, and he's not like he's not a mess every single day. And Jake Roberts is good again. He's working with AEW. He's on TV every week, basically.
Is he?
Again, yeah.
That's sick.
Not wrestling, obviously, but you know he's there on TV every week. You know.
Well,
So,
I mean, like, people like that, you know, that ruin their bodies. You know, it's nice that they have a career. Still in wrestling, we'll still have them come back. You know, I know Ric Flair shows up every once in a while. You know, and I can only imagine that.
man, he don't need to. He don't need to, man. He don't need to come back. The poor guy. Man, and especially around COVID time, they're dragging out Ric Flair on WWF Raw or WWE Raw. They're bringing out Ric Flair in the middle of COVID times, and like people in the company have tested positive for it. And like, dude, you can't bring this guy around fucking high risk areas like that. He's like fucking 75, dude.
Yeah, he's up there in age.
And he's not like offering really anything to the program. They're only bringing him out just to try to get some ratings, you know? So yeah. Laura here says that he's dragging himself out and that he won't stay home, apparently. Ric Flair he doesn't want to stay at home. He wants to go work.
Let him get a job at McDonald's or something if he wants to get out and do some good.
Yeah, they
Maybe
got
he can be a DoorDash delivery driver.
Can you imagine if you ordered Popeye's chicken and Ric Flair is the one that delivers it to you?
Here you go. Woo!
Woo, brother. Hot chicken for you, brother. He has kind of a funny Midwestern accent. It's great. Yeah, because he's not from North Carolina. He's from Minnesota, I think. So he's got that. Oh, brother, Minnesota. Hogan. I don't do it very well.
It was there. I heard it.
All right. Well, Joe, it's been fun. Got anything going on this week you want to talk about?
No, other than I see a trip to Guitar Center in my future. I'm sitting out here. You know, it's going to be hot. It's going to be triple digits out here.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been like going off camera to like wipe my face. Dude, I'm gleaming with sweat. It's so hot in this fucking room right now. I've been like patting my face down. Oh.
No, there's been it's not bad right now. I mean, I don't know how the weather is down there. I can only assume it's super hot.
Yeah.
But I know yesterday I was standing around playing bass and I was just dripping sweat, like as if I just got out of the pool, you know. And
yeah, it's like a good day to take a quick rinse in the morning and then take another one before you go to bed. It's just like all sweat.
Exactly, just hose me down, man. You know, luckily I have a pool up here and it is beautiful. You get in there and it's just as hot as outside. You know, it's warm. It's a warm pool, and yeah,
hose them down.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, I think the main takeaway, you know? Yeah, that's my main takeaway here is hose him down. Get somebody up there to hose this guy Big Joe down. We got a lot of viewers. We have a lot of people that watch this show. Can somebody fucking volunteer to go up there and turn the hose on this man?
I'm talking to you, son.
All right, Joe. Well, it's been fun. And it's been the morning after, and we'll see you guys next week. And every Friday, 10 a.m. It's what we do. I'm gonna have a better setup next week. I was gonna complain about this, but I never got a chance to. I was supposed to have 2 monitors here. I'm finally getting a legitimate streamer setup with 2 monitors. Then I bought one. I invested in another monitor, and I have this sick thing on my desk, and it clamps to the desk, and it holds 2 monitors. Right? Where's my camera? 2 monitors. You know? And it's a great desk space saver. It fucking holds 2 monitors. So I got a monitor. I pull it out of the box. I set the whole thing up. It's ready for my second monitor. And the fucking monitor on the back doesn't have the mounting holes. Like,
really?
I was screaming in anger. It's 2020. Everything has fucking holes on the back to be mounted. Every monitor does. Go look at the back of your TV. Go find a monitor in your house. It will have those 4 holes. And I bought this shit, and there's no fucking mounting holes. I was so mad. It's damn 2020. I had to return the fucking thing, and now I'm waiting for another monitor. And this is just very unprofessional, Joe. I'm working off one monitor here.
Duct tape.
Yeah, I was this close. I definitely didn't want to go through the process of packing it back into the box and driving it back to the place. I definitely didn't want to do all that. Damn, I wish I just duct taped the thing.
Next time.
You're smart. Anyway, so that's good. I got to vent about that at the buzzer. So thank you for listening to me, Joe.
I'm glad you got it out.
Thank you, man. So that's all really I got. Next week, it's going to be an even better show. We got a guest next week. We'll talk about that throughout the week. I know we said that last week, but we had a guest drop out. So we're going to try again.
Coach Lore was an awesome guest.
Absolutely. Thank you to Coach Lore.
So
it's nice. We welcome people to call in. Call into the show. If you want to call in, or if you want to do that, you can send us an email at morningaftertv@gmail.com. Or if you just want to yell at us, you can send us an email. We'll read them. morningaftertv@gmail.com. All right. So for Big Joe, I'm JP. And it's been a great show. We'll see you next week on Friday at 10 a.m., okay? Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Peace. Peace sign. Why won't we go away?
Because no one wants us to.
Yeah. That's
This is
weird.
when you start talking shit about our oh, wait. Hey, it's just me. Dude. All right. So now that JP is finally gone, I really do appreciate the fact that he's gone. Dude, I think he really is gone, and he left me here. So this is the morning after with Big Joe, and JP's name could go on the very end. Yeah, no, we do appreciate you guys all listening. Hit us up, and we'd love to have you on the show, and we'll see you next week.